It's great to see you. Great to see you. It,
Thanks.
I saw the pictures that you sent. I mean, unbelievable. You've lost over 100 pounds.
Yeah, yeah, since August, and it's been kind of life changing. Which is it's something it's been overdue for decades for me. Do you want me to just talk a little bit about my sort of
Oh,
journey?
please.
And
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're so interested in how you did this. This is amazing.
so
Congratulations.
I've struggled my whole life from the time I was a kid. It was my relationship with food was never healthy, from sneaking snacks and other things, and I was always very athletic, but just the pudgy kid. Finally, in high school, I had lost a little bit of weight through sheer willpower and kept some weight off through college because I wrestled and played rugby. And after I graduated, I gained 5 pounds that year and then the next year. And the next thing I knew, I went from, 6'3", 220 in college. And as of last year, I was up to 373 and still golfing a bit, but every joint hurt, everything was a mess. And I wasn't living my best life. I was no longer skiing. My kids were skiing. I wasn't able to hike as much with them, and it negatively impacted everything in my life. I was always sleepy. I was starting to have a bourbon every night to try to sleep, and then I was having a bourbon and an edible every night, thinking that was going to help me sleep, and it just made me eat more, and it was a terrible pattern. So went down, saw Rena, and it has been absolutely life changing for me. I walk by the bakery section in Costco after I get my vegetables and my meat, and sometimes the smell makes me a little nauseous because I know those foods are poisonous and toxic for me now. And they are. They won't kill me tomorrow, but they will. They would have killed me. I'm 58 now. And I find myself like running down the stairs, which I haven't done in 30 years. Um, I'm starting to do some push-ups. I have a lot of injuries, but starting to do some push-ups on the steps and starting to work out and stretch and doing some light yoga again. So it has been, um, my friends can't believe it. For a guy my age, I see people that I haven't seen in 6 months or a year, and they look at me and they're like, everything okay? Because normally when a guy my age loses that much weight, it's either cancer or it's something. And I'm like, no, it's actually hypnosis. And Rena, as I told you, I had looked into the surgery. I had looked into the GLPs, and um, a couple of people I know that have had the surgery have eaten their way out of it. I know one fella who had pancreas issues and was basically sick off and on for 3 years and then passed away. So I didn't want to do that and I didn't want to be that. So it has been, um, I always looked at, I couldn't understand how somebody could leave a cookie on a plate for the life of me. And because there's a cookie left, eat the cookie. And I had other friends who were like, I don't really want that. And I never understood that. And I do now. I move freely. I've had to buy all new clothes twice. And from not eating takeout and just crappy junky food, I still think I'm thousands of dollars ahead, just from not eating. I'm making my own food and I'm eating vegetables and
Wow.
meat. I have to force I've never been a calorie counter. The last 3 months, I've actually had to start counting my calories because I was worrying that I was losing the weight too fast. And I'm trying to make sure now that I'm getting at least 2,000 calories a day. Um, and I should probably increase that. So I'm down to like 269 as of this morning. I don't know if I can share my screen. I did show you these pictures, Rena.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. It's incredible. It's wonderful.
Can you see my family?
Oh my gosh.
So that's my family. That's me about a year ago. Um,
No, a year ago?
a year ago,
Oh my
9 months,
gosh.
9 months ago. This is me on a golf trip. Um, last spring. This is me in the foreground, if you couldn't guess. Um, That's me about 3 months ago, trying to put a suit on in the morning and realize, crap, I need a new suit.
Wow.
And then these next two pictures were this morning.
Unbelievable, Scott.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you look amazing, amazing.
Yeah, it was,
And it's pretty empowering to realize you did it all yourself, like through the self-hypnosis, through tapping into your own mind.
and it's one of those things, we all know that we can all be convinced of anything if we allow ourselves to be. And whether it's religion or politics or anything, if you think it enough and want it to be, it will be in our heads. And that's what this eating healthy thing, this whole journey has been. And I have to laugh because it's easier than giving myself a shot or taking the medication. And just apparently, even the little research I did of issues, I had my gallbladder removed 5 or 6 years ago. So there can be negative reactions with people that have had their gallbladder removed and pancreas issues and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, knock wood, I'm not on any medication. My blood pressure was borderline high before I came down. It was like 139 over 80, 82 maybe, which I still have pretty good genetics for that. I was at the doctor earlier this week for my annual and I was 118 over 60, which is, apparently fantastic.